Hey there guys, Next Gen Strike here, back again for another video, and today we're going to be talking about the future of DC Comics. And of course that entails talking about Rebirth, which was essentially the relaunch of the DC continuity. And as you guys remember, I was very skeptical. In fact, I was pretty much writing it off, saying, you know, DC screwed up for the past 5 years, there's no way this is going to be good. And the relaunch issue, Rebirth #1, was actually really good. A lot of people liked it. I really liked a lot of the stuff they were doing with it, and it's very interesting. So, if you haven't read Rebirth #1, I suggest not watching this video. So yeah, anyway, so let's talk about the spoilers. Basically, it's all about Wally West, and Wally West trying to reconnect all the broken relationships. It's basically acknowledging all the problems the New 52 created, which is great, because if you've been on the bumpy New 52 ride, you know that it really screwed up the continuity really bad. So, you know, Wally's like, all these relationships got destroyed, people forgot who they were, you know, all this stuff happened, and Wally is basically trying to find somebody that remembers him so that he can come back into continuity. And it was very emotional, and finally, you know, after all these people couldn't remember who he was, Barry remembered. And I thought that was really cool. And yeah, really great for Wally. Wally was one of the big things for me that I really hated about the New 52, that they essentially just, you know, blackwashed him, I guess you could call it that. Basically, you know what I mean. They changed his race, they changed his whole character, and then they said, oh yeah, this is Wally West. And, you know, when I saw the promotional picture of the New 52 version of Wally in the old Wally costume, I thought that was a big slap to the face. I was like, come on, you're going to fix everything else but not Wally. But no, he came back, and now this other Wally is like his cousin or something, and he's the new Kid Flash still, but Wally is going to be with the Teen Titans, with all the classic Teen Titans members, and then he is going to become another Flash. At least that's what the, you know, big image was of all the characters. It had him in a Flash costume. I can only assume that's him, and that's really cool. I really like that. I like the legacy. You know, I like Wally becoming the Flash again rather than downgrading, and I love Wally, so I'm glad that he's back, and I think he might even be the leader of these new Teen Titans, so that's kind of cool. That's a nice change. You know, I'm always in favor of a Robin being a leader, but, you know, Nightwing, he's been the leader for so long. I guess it's kind of an interesting take to change it, so yay. And I hope that also Arsenal, I believe Arsenal's on this team as well, that he returns to being the good Arsenal and not the stupid Red Hood and the Outlaws Arsenal, but we'll see. Of course, not everything is, you know, sunshine and rainbows. There's also some things that I think could potentially be dangerous, and I do still strongly urge some caution with these things, because some of the comics are already starting to come out and we're already starting to see some of the things that they might be trying to do. For example, Duke is still prevalent in the Batman comics, and they're really trying to force that down, and I just say no with Duke. You know, I don't think a lot of people are down with his character. Him trying to act like he's Robin is just wrong, and now he's gonna have some weird yellow costume. I'm not all about that. I'm sorry. I don't care about Duke. You know, there's plenty of great black superheroes, and I'm glad they made a new character in Duke or whatever, and maybe he'll become something cool eventually, but I just feel like it's kind of forced, especially trying to make him one of the Robins, you know. I'm not down with that, so that's just me. I know a lot of people, I don't think many people really like the first new issue of Batman, the Batman, I guess it's called Batman Rebirth, or whatever they're calling it, #1, by, co-written by Scott Snyder, and it now has, I forget the guy's name, the guy that wrote Grayson, sorry. Yeah, it has those two writing it. I don't know how much Scott Snyder's going to be writing it, but it's definitely Scott Snyder that's trying to push that, I can tell, and that's one of the things I didn't really like him for. That, and Harper Row, wasn't a big fan of her either. Whatever. So, the Batman thing, of course I'm a big Batman, guys. I'm going to talk about Batman continuity here. We also have Damian, and he's going to be friends with Superboy, which I think is kind of cool if they're going to have their own little book. But the thing I don't like about Damian is that he's going to be the new leader of the young Teen Titans, not the, like, legacy Teen Titans group with Nightwing, Wally, Arsenal, all those people, right? The other Teen Titans groups. I guess there's going to be 2 Teen Titans groups. That's kind of confusing. But, yeah, the new one is going to be led by Damian, which I don't like that. I think Damian is not qualified to be a leader. Sure, he's got, some fighting prowess and he's intelligent, but he's way too young, too hot-headed, so I don't think that's fitting at all, especially from the animated movie. I did not like that at all, so, whatever. And Tim Drake being Robin again, as much as I love Tim, he's my favorite Robin. I don't think he should be Robin again. I feel like that's a big downgrade. So, I like him as Robin, don't get me wrong. I think he was the best Robin, but it just doesn't make sense character-wise for him to be Robin, then Red Robin, then Robin again. It's really weird. Let's see, aside from that, we've got the Suicide Squad. I think they're going to be more reflecting the movie coming out, so that could be good or bad. We really have to wait and see, but from what I understand, the New 52 Suicide Squad wasn't very good, so it can only go uphill from here. They're going to be doing more or less the same with Harley Quinn, so you can expect, if you like the New 52 book, you can like that. Flash, I'm not entirely sure. I'm guessing they're going to be doing something different. Like I said, Wally's back. I'm assuming we're still going to have Bart Allen. Yes, I forgot his name for a second. Impulse. Maybe he'll be Impulse again. I don't know. We're going to have the other Wally, so all that's going to be kind of interesting to see. I don't know. Superman. I'm very interested to see about Superman because, as you guys know now, it's the pre-Flashpoint Superman, and it's the New 52 Superman is dead. So that's kind of weird, to be quite honest, but at the same time, that was a much better Superman. I'm glad he's the new Superman now, and we'll just have to wait and see. Aside from that, of course, we also have Watchmen. We don't know how Watchmen's going to play into this. They're obviously going to be villains or something, and that's going to be a conflict that's not resolved for a while, as they've said, so we're going to have to keep building up that mystery there. And also 3 Jokers. I'm not really a fan of that, I gotta be honest. I think 1 Joker is good enough, and having 3 different Jokers is very strange. I get it, they all look different or whatever, but not a big fan of 3 Jokers. It's just very weird. Aside from anything else, I'm trying to think. I think Wonder Woman, I don't really know what they're doing with her. Probably more or less the same as what they already were doing, since a lot of people seem to like it. Green Lantern, it looks like they're going to make Simon Baz and the Power Ring girl, I forget her name, looks like they're going to be the forefront Green Lanterns now. I always like Hal, he's always been my favorite, but, they got to try and make them relevant, so it's whatever. And I think that's all the big books. I hit all the big ones. Of course, there's going to be other books, but for the most part, I think that's most of what we can expect. It's really going to be more of I think you guys should hold off, see how all these books are going to turn out, and then we'll see. Because as you guys know, New 52 started off strong too, and then it tatered really bad. And Jeff Johns, he's a really good writer, and he wrote the Rebirth issue, and he set up the continuity. But the thing is, we really don't know how well that's actually going to play out, because Jeff Johns is not writing every single book, so we're really going to have to wait and see. So I just advise everyone to just hold their breath and wait. One other thing I forgot to mention, Nightwing is, of course, coming back again in his own book. He's probably going to be in multiple books from the looks of it, so that's good. I'm glad he's Nightwing again, but again, we'll just have to wait and see how all these books turn out. So, aside from that, I think that's really all I had to say about the future of DC, Rebirth. Well, can we expect another soft relaunch? We're really just going to have to wait and see how well Rebirth settles with readers. So far, it's doing good, but relaunches always do, and then they go down. So, we're really just going to have to wait and see how people view it, but as long as they get the main cast of characters done well with good books, then they should be okay. I'm hopeful for DC. They're getting their stuff together with the comics. Looks like Jeff Johns is trying to fix the movies too, so that's good. We'll just have to get some good animated series again, and DC will hopefully be on top again. So that's really great. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. What you think of the current state of DC? Are you optimistic or are you pessimistic about this? Let me know down below. Thumbs up if you like this discussion. That's all I had for now. Catch you guys later.